Panther Nation Podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yo, talk, let's chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft, you know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible, make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black and white and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast, and we poppin', let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking, Panther Nation? It is your boy Rashad, one half of PNP, and we are in the building. We are in the building. Shout out to, I see y'all breaking news. It's all over the place. Breaking news is all over the place. Appreciate y'all. Light the chat up for all the breaking news. I'm not catching everything. I just had a lunch meeting, so I just left that joint and happened to see and catch the news that the Carolina Panthers have finally addressed the edge rusher crisis. We've been down bad. Where's the pass rush? I asked it as soon as we decided to let Hassan Reddick go. I asked where the pass rush was going. Where's the pass rush? Famous quote. Where's the pass rush? Then we let Brian Burns go, and it's been gone ever since, right? And so now we are in a situation where we signed one of the top pass rushers in free agency. So I know a lot of you all were wanting OA, and then a lot of you guys may have wanted someone else. But Jaelan Phillips is the guy that we decided to sign. It's a long-term deal, 4 years, $120 million, according to Adam Schefter. It comes with $80 million in guarantees, and I saw it in the chat. Well, did we overpay? The question is, that's the Carolina. You have to pay and overpay when you're the Carolina Panthers. That's the name of the game. When you're a smaller market team and you're trying to get better, you have to deal with the consequences of overpaying. That's just what it is. We talked about that on this podcast ad nauseum about how we have to overpay. So the question is can we? Is he going to perform? I think one of the concerns, and I do see it in the chat, and I tend to agree, is that Jaelan Phillips has dealt with a lot of injuries over his career, some major ones at that. You know, you got a torn Achilles in 2023, a torn ACL in 2024, but he did not miss a game in 2025. He had 63 total pressures, which ranked 11th in the NFL. And sometimes you have to go out there and you have to make an effort, and that's what they did. The Carolina Panthers made an effort. They went out there, probably overpaid a little bit, but it is what it is. When you sit up here and have one of the worst pass rushes in league history, it's bad. You got to go out there. You got to make something happen. So here's the deal: we can't have it both ways, Panther Nation. Like, everything is not going to be perfect. Right, you're not going to get the perfect guy all the time. Maybe OA didn't want to come here. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I do think this was a huge step in the right direction. And yes, we did overpay, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Hopefully this thing's going to work out, and I'm excited about it. It might not sound like it because the injuries are concerning, but I am excited about this. Phillips was a hot commodity when he got traded to the Eagles from the Dolphins, one of the top guys in that class. and he performed well. He did well. So, yeah. Let's see what the chat's talking about. I did see Cade Mays. Cade Mays is signing with the Lions. That was, their center retired, so that's a layup. You knew that was going to happen. That's no surprise. No surprise at all. So it is what it is. Shout out to Stick 912. He says, I'm in Jersey and Philly fans desperately wanted to keep him. Yeah, he performed well. He performed well. And the good news is he's coming and I'm not saying our defense is Philly's by any means, but we do have some impact players on the defensive line like Derek Brown. So it's going to be good to play. He had an overall grade of 74. Guys, I got news for y'all. When you talk about PFF grades, we haven't seen a PFF score of a 70 plus consistently in forever, right? So we haven't seen that in Carolinas. You know what I mean? So like we had nowhere to go but up. The pass rush grade 77.1. He ranked 20th of 115 eligible edge rushers in PFF. Run defense kind of mid. He's literally about middle of the pack, 75th of 115. And he has a 59.4 run defense grade. He had 34 tackles last year, which ranked 10th in all eligible edge rushers. He had 5 sacks, 19 assisted tackles, which ranked second, and 0 forced fumbles. So again, on a solid defense, he had a good surrounding cast around him, and I think he's going to have a similar situation here in Carolina. Yep. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm taking a look at his career grades. Yeah, had one of his best years. Let me see. Hold on. Sorry. Actually, his best year was in Miami in 2022. Had an 88 overall grade, where he's had his first couple of years in the league, he had double-digit sacks. Now he's not lighting it up from a sack production standpoint, right? He had 10 sacks in 2021, 10 sacks in 2022. He had 7 sacks in 2023. He had 1 sack in 2024 dealing with injury, and then he had 5 sacks last year. So again, you've got usually the Carolina Panthers are a team that stays out the first day. If you know, if you have been a Panthers fan for a long time, we typically say take the day off when free agency opens. Yeah, the first day, the tampering window, we not rocking with that. Like we typically don't make any moves. That, guys, should tell you exactly how the Carolina Panthers feel about where they are. Right? We are making it's a big sign. I told you all they were going to have a big signing. I told you that. I told you that they were going to have a big signing, and I don't think they're done. I don't think they're done. I think they're going to go out there and make some more happen. Now, I know there was a question in the chat. Well, how did we sign Jaelan Phillips to 4-year, $120 million when we only have $8 million in cap space? Well, there's going to be some restructures that occur. They're going to do some restructures. We can free up when I was doing the calculations, we could probably free up about 50 to $60 million in cap space this year by doing restructures. So the cap space was never going to be a problem. It was a matter of how much risks they were willing to take in regards to signing guys. And I think that this, ladies and gentlemen, should tell you exactly about how the Carolina Panthers feel about where they are. They are ready to go. And this is not necessarily true. Restructures don't hurt later if you do it with the right guys. They hurt when you restructure the wrong guys. If you restructure the right guys, it won't hurt at all. It won't hurt at all. Restructures, when you restructure the right guys and you kick the can down the road on the right guys, it does not hurt. The problem is oftentimes we restructure the wrong guys, and the guys we restructure end up off the team in the next couple of years, and then you have a crap ton of dead money. Restructures do not hurt as long as it's the right person. If that person is a part of the long-term plan, it does not hurt. It does not hurt. No, we're not getting Trey Hendrickson no, that ship has sailed. We're not getting anybody else. If we're getting anybody else, it's going to be a linebacker. If we sign anybody else right now, it's going to be a linebacker. It may not be Devin Lloyd. It may be somebody else. It may be Leo Chenal. It may be I don't know. It may be some other linebacker. You know what I mean? It may not be Devin Lloyd, but I do think we're going to go out there and sign another linebacker, which means you can literally go BPA in the draft. That means you don't have to, and that's what free agency is all about. It's about setting up the draft. You fill all the gaps in free agency. You do as much as you can. That way, when you get to the draft, you're not reaching for a need. That's exactly what we needed. That's exactly what we need. So yeah, Tremaine Edmonds is out there. There's a bunch of linebackers that are out there. I feel confident that we're going to go out there and get a good linebacker, and then we're able to really and again, I'm trying to guys. I try to prepare you for what's going to happen. I told you guys that it was going to we're going to make a splash this free agency. We did that, and I don't think we're done at all. I think there's going to be more signings that happen. We're going to sign a linebacker, probably sign a couple more guys. But now we're really legitimately going to go BPA. And it's not going to be a sexy draft. This is going to be one of the drafts where y'all going to be like, man, we ain't getting nobody. We ain't getting those. It's no T-Max. It's nothing like that that's going to happen in this draft. This is going to be trench play. It's going to be offensive tackles. It's going to be defensive tackles. It's going to be one of them trench-worthy drafts where it's going to be all positions that y'all don't like. It's going to be a bunch of positions that no wide receivers. It's probably going to be a tight end. It's going to be that type of thing where it's going to be no splash players. It's going to be safety, cornerback, something like that. You know what I mean? A center, exactly. So it's not going to be anything like that. But let me get some great. Let me put up a poll. Let me see if I can put up a poll because I really want to think. I got to be honest, man. The vibes that I'm seeing initially around this signing, it seems like Panther fans are like, and this is what Panther fans do, right? We want it all the ways. We want our cake and we want to eat it too. We want everything to go perfect. We want it our way all the time. And I feel like a lot of Panthers, the gut feeling is that Panthers fans are not necessarily I don't think Panthers fans are saying we knocked this one out the park. Let's put it that way. Panthers fans is kind of like, yeah, we got a guy, but he ain't necessarily what I was. So I'm gonna put up a poll. So bear with me just a second. Let me put this poll up to see where you are. I need to see what the vibes are like. We got nearly 1,000 people in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell because we going live all the time when it comes to this free agency. We on deck. We covering all the drafts. So, but I want to see what the vibes are like when it comes to this here signing that we just made with Jaelan Phillips. So let me pull up a poll. Linderbaum to the Raiders. Appreciate that. Keep those breaking news nuggets coming. Because I can't watch and stream and all that stuff at the same time. It's tough to do. All right. I'm gonna put D. All right. So the poll is coming right now. Poll is in the chat. I want to know what you all think. How do you all feel about the signing of Jaelen Phillips? How do y'all feel about the signing? I like it. I like it a lot. And again, sometimes you got to go out there and you got to take a risk. Sometimes, again, with the Carolina Panthers, we not that type of organization where we just gonna be able to attract that type of individual without overpaying. So did we overpay? Probably. Yes. Not probably. Yes, we did. We did. What grade I give it? So I give it a solid B. I can't give it an A because the injuries. The injuries are concerning. Although, if I put I could put a plus on it. because he was 100% healthy last year. He played every game. He was healthy. He was healthy. So yes, there are going to be some injury issues. Every player deals with some sort of injuries every now and then, but he has some major ones. I'm not going to lie. We just recapped him earlier. Just to recap his injury history for those that are new, he had a torn Achilles in 2023, a torn ACL in 2024, and he did not miss one single game in 2025. Did not miss one single game. Tyler Algier went to Arizona. That's dope. That's dope. I ain't mad at that. Edmonds is a lot of good linebackers are out there. A lot of good linebackers out there for sure. I have no it seems like the stars have aligned for us. Especially when with the draft too. It's a good linebacker draft. Not only do I think we're gonna sign a linebacker, but we're still probably gonna draft one too. I think we really the stars have aligned for the Carolina Panthers this year. A lot of good linebackers in free agency, good linebackers in the draft, and Lord knows we need a linebacker or two. We're gonna get a center. I think the center position again. We couldn't afford to keep everybody, right? That's what happens. And that's why I say the cap does exist. And people that say the cap doesn't exist, they don't account for the people that you lose and you can't keep. And that's why the cap does exist. You have to make some tough decisions sometimes, right? We went out here and signed a Jaelan Phillips. We had signed Jaelan Phillips to fix the pass rush. We got so much money invested in the offensive line, we just couldn't invest another dime. We just couldn't. You got Hunt, you got Lewis, and then potentially you're paying Moton too, and now it's just too much money. It's too much money invested in the offensive line. You have to balance it out, which is why the cap exists. You can't keep everybody. So all the people that say the cap doesn't exist, it exists. It ain't fake money, bro. I get it. It's easy to say that. It's easy to say that when we have $7 million in cap, right? Available cap space, and we go out there and sign a guy for 4 year, $120 million, right? It's easy to say that. It's easy to say that, right? But we're gonna do some restructuring, but you still ultimately are gonna lose people. Thank you, Tyler. Look at the Saints. Look at the Saints, bro. They are in cap HE double hockey sticks every year. They are in cap HE double hockey sticks every year. And they continue to lose players year over year. They're probably going to lose Cam Jordan. And they can't improve on their roster through free agency because they can't. But the cap doesn't exist. The cap exists. It certainly exists. It certainly does exist. And we're not emulating the Saints. I don't think we're emulating the Saints. I don't think we're going that far. So center in the draft, yes. So they lost exactly. They lost to Mario Davis. They're probably going to lose Cam Jordan. Those are big losses on the defense. Huge losses. They're going to feel that. They're going to feel those losses, bro, unless they draft well. The Saints have put themselves in a position where they have to draft well or their team is going to go to crap. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening, right? They have not been drafting very well. And so their team is starting to, the cracks are starting to show, right? So the cap exists. I don't want to hear anything about the cap doesn't exist. It does. What else is out there? What else is out there? What other free agents signings have happened? Here's a question. What's your ideal play out for the rest? I'm assuming that's the rest of free agency. Yeah, I think we did what we needed to do from an edge rusher standpoint. We got an edge rusher, a good one, right? Somebody that's going to make some noise and that can provide a pass rush. I'm happy about it. Now I think we have to go out there and we have to go get a linebacker. We have to get a linebacker. Devin Lloyd would be awesome. But there's a couple others too. Chanel. There's a few others out there that I would like to take a look at as well. Tremaine Edmonds. There's a bunch of guys. There's at least about 5 options I would be okay with at linebacker. At middle linebacker. And again, I'm looking for a Mike. Maybe we move Trevin Wallace out to something that makes him a little bit more that works with his skill set. right? We move him to outside or so we'll see. We'll see. Devin Lloyd's gonna get a bag, yeah, but we can give him that bag. Oh, shout out to Kobe Bryant to the Bear. Dang, messages are coming in fast. My apologies. Yeah, I got K. We talked about K Mays to the Lions. We knew that was gonna happen. Matter of fact, I believe Dave called that one. So if Dave was on the stream right now, he would hit the "I told y'all" button because Dave is the one that called that K Mays is going to go to the Lions because their center retired. So he called that one. K Mays is good. K Mays did exactly what you're supposed to do. 6th-round pick, kind of fumbled his way to the starting lineup due to injuries. And when he got that position, he got that starting role, he bodied it, bro. He bodied it. So he definitely earned that. He earned that bag that he got, and unfortunately, we couldn't pay it because we got other things we got to worry about. And I think we have a couple of options on that are on the roster, and I think that's what I think the Panthers think. The Panthers think that the answer may be on the roster, right? And I think we could go out and draft one as well in the draft. So I don't think all is lost. I don't think I love K Mays. Matter of fact, I was the one pounding the table for us to start Mays when they wanted to start Corbett. That was me. I was one pounding the table to let Mays start. And so shout out to K Mays, man. I know he's an op now. I know he's an op, and we don't give ops too much love. And that's just the name. That's just how it is. It's like that. But on this day, he hasn't yet put the uniform on yet. Until I see him with the Lions uniform on, I'm still cool with K Mays, and I'm gonna give K Mays a shout out, man. Shout out to K Mays, but that's where it stops. That's where it stops. Shout out to K. You had a good little run with the Panthers, and we appreciate your service. But it's over now. It's over now. It's over now. But salute to K Mays, man. All right, couple super chats that I gotta get to. Torn ACL and Achilles in 2 years, getting paid 120. That's the name of the game, bro. The Panthers got to pay up. Panthers got to pay. That's just what it is. He was gonna get paid by somebody. Shout out to Antonio. He says, "How do y'all feel about DJ Moore to the Bills?" Man, shout out to Panthers North. There's connections there. Joe Brady is now the head coach, and that it makes sense. It makes sense for the Bills. It makes sense. So I'm shout out to DJ Moore. That was another one that I think Dave called as well. Excuse me, my apologies, y'all. A rookie center and a rookie LT is a little daunting. I hope we address one of them free agents. Well, Cash, I don't think we're gonna have a rookie LT. I think you're gonna have Yash re-signed. I think Yash is gonna re-sign, and he's gonna be the starting left tackle until Icky's ready to come back. So I don't think there'll be two starting left tackles. I think if we do go out there and draft a rookie left tackle, then he's gonna ride the bench until he's ready. I think Yash is gonna be your guy. Yash is gonna be your guy. All right. And again, I think that you got a guy like Nick Samak or Samak. I don't know how you say his last name, but the guy played well. Nick played well when he got into the game, and we never lost with Nick in the rotation. Never lost. So shout out to Nick, man. I think, I think the answer might be on the roster. Don't overlook that. Don't overlook that. Don't overlook that. And like Cash saying, if Brady Christensen comes back, that could be something as well. Phillips is an edge. Phillips is an edge rusher. Jaelen Phillips is an edge rusher, drafted by Miami, traded to the Eagles, and now a Carolina Panther. Yash ain't trash, bro. Yash is that depth piece that you need, bro. Yash is a very serviceable rotation tackle. We need especially at the right. And that's when you start thinking about life after Moton. Yash is serviceable, bro. Don't do that to Yash. Don't do that to Yash, bro. Yash is serviceable, bro. Better right than he is left. I'll give you that. He's a better right tackle than he is left. But don't sleep on Yash, bro. Y'all name chasing. Just because you don't know him don't mean he can't hoop. Same thing with K Mays. Dig deeper. Dig deeper. Look a little bit. Look into how he played at right versus how he played left. He's a better right than he is left. That's a tough task to play both sides in both years, right? He's a swing guy. He's a depth piece that you need. Trust me. And that's why the Panthers are going to sign him again. My man said, I would have rather had Devin Lloyd over Phillips. Hey, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. We can still get both. Lloyd hasn't been signed yet, has he? Lloyd hasn't been signed yet. Yash had a 70.3 grade, bruh. And you cherry picked the 40 pass block grade. See, that's how people do. They cherry pick what's bad. Yash Nyman had a 70.3 overall grade. And y'all talking about he trash in PFF. Had an 86.1 run blocking grade. And what do the Carolina Panthers want to do? Run the football. Come on, man. Stop cherry picking, bro. Stop cherry picking to make your argument convenient. Don't do that. Don't do that. He only allowed 2 sacks last year. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing. Watch the games, bro. The man played 158 snaps at right tackle, 118 at left tackle. Come on, man. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. Okay, I see some other news. ETN to the Saints. Doesn't move me. Doesn't move me. Saints signing ETN doesn't move me. Does not move me one bit. Yeah. Yeah. Bucks got Gainwell. Henderson likely going to Dallas. Shout out to the bro Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary going to to Dallas too, I believe. Yeah. Any news on Rico yet? Rico still in these streets? They're saying it was between us and They're saying it's between us and the Bengals for the Devin Lloyd. Yeah, I would if I'm Devin Lloyd, I would come to the Panthers if I'm making that choice. Rams are betting favorites to land Mike Evans. Mike Evans, wow. Wow. Wow, that would be crazy. That might be the best receiving core I've ever seen in my life. Wow. That would be nuts if they got Mike Evans. That would be absolutely insane. Why? Yeah, I don't believe that, bro. Yo, if they better not get. Let me pull them up real quick. That is crazy. Yeah. Hmm. Uh, hold on. Wan'Dale Robinson to the Titans. That's cool. Do I think Icky will play this upcoming season? Yeah, I think he'll get in there eventually. It might not be for the first. He might miss the first 6 games, but I think he'll play. That's just a guess too. I have no inside information. That's just a guess because I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be ready by training camp. I think he starts the season on the pup and then eventually comes back. What headphones do I use? These are. I forgot to bring. These are some Sennheiser Jones. I don't know. I ordered them off Amazon, but they're really good. I like them. Who would I like? I would like us to sign a linebacker. So Devin Lloyd would be my top choice. Obviously, he would be my top choice if we're done. If we're still looking at linebacker, I would say Devin Lloyd would be the person I want. I think that if we can get that, that would be amazing. But there are other guys that are out there. Leo Chenal, Caden Ellis is out there, and he from the ops. Tremaine Edmonds is out there. There's a couple other guys. But yeah, a linebacker is definitely needed. Definitely needed. For sure. All right, let me go back. I did not get a chance to look at the poll results. See how y'all feel about it. Okay. Okay, y'all, that's not so bad. 43% says A, 48% says B. That's not bad. Y'all like it. Okay. Okay. I thought that the vibes was a little off with it. Yes, Brady Christensen can play center. Yes, he can. Yes, he can play center. Austin Hooper back to the Falcons. Don't care. Do I think we get a safety or cornerback in free agency? No. No cornerback. I think we're gonna stand pat on cornerback. I think we will draft a cornerback, but I don't expect any cornerback moves in free agencies. In free agency, I think they like some of the young guys that they got, some of the undrafted guys. I think they're gonna stand pat. Safety, you could see it. You could potentially see Nick Scott back. I don't know, but I definitely think we need a free safety bad, and I think we're gonna get one in the draft as well. Any chance we trade up in the draft? Trade up for what? Trade up for what at this point? Depends what happens in free agency. You gotta let free agency play out first. The next move the Panthers will make is a linebacker. Bank on it. The next move the Carolina Panthers will make will be signing a linebacker. 1,000%. 1,000% signing a linebacker. Yeah, and I love Bud Clark. Y'all know that's one of my favorite picks in the draft this year is Bud Clark. So I definitely expect them to make a signing there. No, Phillips is an edge rusher, outside linebacker. When I say linebacker, I'm speaking of interior linebacker. Yeah, if Sonny Styles is there, pick 13 to 15, yeah, I'm moving up. Kicker Nick Folk to Atlanta. Cool. Yeah, I think somebody's for all those folks that are just coming in, general consensus is that we like the signing. That's the general consensus. That's the general consensus. That's the general consensus. And yeah, and I don't think we're done at all. I don't think we're done at all. Shout out to Dylan. He said met Coker in person at a car shop meet and greet and had to ask about the interview. And he said he had all but amazing things to say. Got a helmet signed. Make sure to get Coke boys. Yeah, man. Coke is cool, bro. He's all over the place right now too. Shout out to Jalen Coker. I know this isn't about him, but Jalen Coker is all over the place. He's doing signings. He's got a partnership with a local coffee shop. He did something there, so he's all over the place. Make sure you follow Jalen Coker on Instagram because he's posting a lot of stuff of where he's gonna be. That he's definitely outside for sure. All right, let me see where we are here. Let me see what the streets are saying. I don't know how Dave feels yet. We'll get Dave's opinion tomorrow. I'm not sure how Dave is. He's at work. We won't know what the cap looks like until we get the contract structure. We won't know until it's all put out because I'm sure the contract is going to be backloaded. So it's going to start small. Cap hit's going to be low the first year, and it's going to increase every year after that. So we'll see. Yeah, I think Dave is going to like it too. I think he's going to be I think he's going to feel the same way that Panthers do. Is that I think that he's definitely gonna I think he's gonna like it. I think he's gonna like it for sure. He's gonna like it. Wandale Robinson, 78 million. Yeah, it's about right. It's about right. I read a tweet that Phillips was the Panthers' best available free agent despite position. Yeah, obviously so. They dropped the bag on him, so they definitely feel that way. I'm not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. Dan Morgan doesn't tell lies, bro. When Dan Morgan speaks, he speaks nothing but the truth. Bro. He doesn't know how to lie. I believed him as soon as he said it. Yeah, nah, I think we're moving on. I think we're gonna move on from other additional edge rushers. I don't expect it. I don't think we're gonna miss out on Lloyd either. I think Lloyd is still in play, bro. I don't think we're done. I do not think we're done. I do not think we're done at all. Yes, I'm looking at the Albert Breer tweet. Albert Breer says the Panthers lurked as a Jaelen Phillips suitor over the weekend and get it done on a 4-year, $120 million deal with 80 million in guarantees to pry him away from Philly. Carolina viewed Phillips as the best player, regardless of position available in the entire free agency class. So better than Hendrickson, better than everybody. Jahan Dotson signed with the Falcons as well, 2-year deal, 15 million. See what Schefter talking about. Yeah, K made. Yeah, we talked about. Yeah, Jaelen Phillips is only 27, I believe. So he's in his prime right now, and that's kind of why you got to pay what you're paying. Is he's definitely in his prime, in the midst of his prime. Oh, 26, excuse me. Yeah. So age 26, he just turned 20. No, he's about to turn 27. He turns 27 in May. May 28th is his birthday. So in May 28th, he'll turn 27. Let's see what else is going on around the league. Saints, ETN, 4-year, 52 million. Wandale Robinson. Like y'all have already said it. Y'all mentioned it. Titans. Yeah, I think Phillips is gonna be fine. Phillips is gonna be fine, y'all. He's gonna be just fine. Just fine. Wow. The word on the street is that Mike Evans, less than 50% chance to return to Tampa. At least one $27 million per year offer on the table. Tampa not expected to match. Yeah, I'm not matching that. They definitely should match that. Waiting on that Geno notification. Yeah, I think Geno is certainly a possibility to be a backup quarterback here. Certainly a possibility. I thought about that as soon as he was let go. I said, yeah, he could definitely become a Panther for sure. For sure. I think that aligns. He's got the connection with guard David Edwards Tanola. Yeah, so N- New Orleans got David Edwards. They needed that bag. Their offensive line was mid, mid, and more mid. All right, I'm gonna hang out for about 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Jalen stats suck, so you're looking. That's because you're looking at sacks. Sacks ain't the only edge rusher stat. Sacks ain't the. It's a big one, right? We definitely love sacks. Pause. But if that ain't the only. We got to generate some pressure. Pressures matter too. Oh, Kenneth Walker went to the Chiefs. This tough, tough. At least they let him go to the other side, different conference. Yep, and this is what I agree with this too. I think Nick Gordon's going to make a jump, and yeah, the pairing of him and Phillips is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yo, bro. I said pause, man. Come on, A Cash, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Chill out, broski. Yeah, again, I think it's a good signing for the Panthers. Just to circle back and recap, Carolina Panthers signed Jaelen Phillips, 4 year, $120 million deal. I need to see the contract structure and how it's going to impact the cap for this year and how it's going to impact the cap for every year. But it's a good signing. It's a good signing. It's something that we needed. We needed to invest in the defense, and I think we did a good job. Did a good job there. Yeah, I don't know if we I think they're gonna allow Princely to develop. I don't know that we're gonna be doing too much investment, too much more investment in the edge room, right? I think that they've put a lot of resources from they put a lot of resources into the cap. A lot of resources. Excuse me, into the outside linebacker room. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I think I don't think we're done though. I don't think we're done. I do not think we're done at all. I'm seeing all the Cade Mays alerts, man. Shout out to Cade, man. Michael Jackson from the Panthers retweeted uh the signing of Jaelen Phillips. He loves it. He loves it. He loves it. Yeah, we still do have Pat Jones on the roster too. So yeah, I think he's gonna get moved or cut, one of the two. Evans not coming here, bro. We have our own version of Mike Evans and T Mac. Yeah, we don't need Mike Evans. I think it'd be a cool little storyline, but that's not happening. Yeah, I'm curious what that linebacker market hasn't shifted. Like it hasn't dropped yet. I think a lot of people are waiting. A lot of people are waiting. A lot of people waiting for the linebacker news to drop. Waiting for that linebacker news to drop. It's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, I think that's what's next. That's what's next for the Panthers, man. Um, Getting the linebacker in the building, I think that's gonna go a long way to improving this defense and allow us to really, truly go BPA. Truly go BPA. So David Onyemata from the Falcons got signed by the Jets. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I think that linebacker mark, that's a lot for Devin Lloyd. 23 a year is that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know if we can afford that. Tight end at 19. Y'all keep asking me about Sadiq. I mean, I like him. I like him. It's BPA. If he's there, I know he's super athletic. But we've invested a lot in the tight end situation from a draft standpoint. I think we got to see what we got, man. Again, I'm a Mike Evans, excuse me, and Mitchell Evans fan. So I want to see him, be able to develop. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Said Dan gonna be here for 10 years. The way he making moves, yeah, he making some moves, man. Dan not playing, bruh. Dan not playing, and I truly believe they done their research on him. And again, I'm just glad that he had a healthy season under his belt because he does have those injuries. Got a nice little injury history, so he's got a healthy year under his belt in between those injuries. So we're good. We're good. Yeah, he said, I got out of a job interview. Hopefully the interview went well, man. Hopefully you get that job. It says, and get out to see the biggest signing in years. F yeah. Correct. Correct. Agreed. Agreed. So, um, let's see who else. What is going on in free agency world? You refresh here. Yeah, we talked about K Mace to the Lions. We talked about all the former Panthers and all that stuff. And just real quick, we did see that and I didn't talk about it, but I did see this posted earlier. But Robert Rochelle is coming back to the Panthers on a 1-year deal. So Robert Rochelle's coming back. Even Jeremy Fowler is saying Panthers one of the top edge rushers circling on Jaelan Phillips and OA could still add a top linebacker and or slot cornerback. That's what Fowler's saying. Yeah. So shout out to for Panther fans only. Shout out to them, man. They good podcast. He says that it's a good tweet. It says the Panthers had a total of 82 hurries last year. Put that in perspective. 82 hurries for the Carolina Panthers. Jaelen Phillips had 60 alone. Bro, Don't tell me pressures don't matter. 60 pressures alone by himself, and the Panthers had a total of 82. That's huge. Huge. All right. Let's see. See what Schefter talking about. It's Simmons. Simmons is available. They can bring him back. He's got to sign back with us. So we'll see. We'll see if he comes back. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with Simmons and Merrick and who's gonna start. That's a good question. Shout out to Panthers J Dub, Scorton and DB gonna eat now. Agreed. Agreed. You can't block everybody. Can't block everybody. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem for sure. Definitely improves our defense 100%, and it's exactly what we needed. Is exactly what the Carolina Panthers needed: a good pass rush. Again, don't sleep on Princely and those guys in rotation either, right? I think that's a big improvement for everybody. Takes the pressure off of Princely. You know what I mean? It allows him to develop. So we'll see. Yeah. So now I guess now we just wait for the ball to drop for Devin Lloyd and the linebackers. It may not happen today, right? It may kind of teams are probably trying to see what's going on, feel the vibes, and eventually it may happen. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Pat Jones, yeah, Pat Jones. I don't know if Jones is gonna stay. I don't know because that's money we paid him too. He got a nice little check. Let me see what his dead cap is. Let me see what that looks like because yeah, they save about 5 mil if they let him go. So that could potentially happen. That could potentially happen. We save about 5 mil. We didn't free up 120 million. That's not how the cap works. We didn't free up 120 million. That's not how it works. That's why it's important to wait for the contract structure to drop because this Jaelen Phillips contract is going to be backloaded, right? The cap hit for the first year is going to be small. That's how we're able to sign him, right? And then over the course of the contract, the cap hit is going to increase, right? So that's how it works. Just 120 million doesn't all happen in 1 year. And it's you know how we do at P&P, man. As soon as the contract drops and the details drop, we'll break it up. We'll break it all down. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a backloaded contract for sure. That's how typical contracts in the NFL work. Um, Cap hit starts small and then gets larger later in the years. Shout out to I'm gonna butcher the name, but shout out Caleb Banks or offensive line BPA incoming in the draft. Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be BPA. It's really gonna be a BPA. I expect to get Yash back. And I think that the the left tackle concerns won't be as dire. But I do think we'll still end up drafting a left tackle or a tackle in the draft for sure. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah. So what for sure moves do we need to make to free up enough money for Devin Lloyd? Cut A Robinson, restructure Derek Brown. Yeah. So those are two of them. restructure Derek Brown, cut A'Shawn. There's a couple other guys that can be cut, and we can move on from. But yeah, I'm not worried about the cap, bro. I think the cap is going to be manageable. They could free up about 50 million just through restructures and a couple of cuts. So I'm not. It's not that dire. It's not that dire. Cap is going to be fine, and we're not going to put ourselves in a box by restructuring guys. When you restructure a guy like Derek Brown is never leaving the Carolina Panthers. So if you restructure him, that's not a big deal. The Panthers are working on a deal with Brady Christensen. So yeah, that's another one. He can play left tackle and has played left tackle before. And he's played well at left tackle. So again, not ideal. He has shorter arms, but he performed well. What's the argument for cutting A'Shawn? He's not expensive. He is expensive. He is expensive. You could save literally 10 million by cutting A'Shawn. So yeah, that's the benefit. It's very clear. It's just cut and dry. You cut him. Is he good? Yes, but is he 10 million cap good? I don't know. I don't think so. I think you can replace A'Shawn's production. Yes, Brady also played center. That's very correct. Very correct. Yes, Brady Christensen also did also play center. Yeah, we talked about whether we overpaid, and I think the general consensus is yes, we overpaid. But as I said many a times on this show, the Carolina Panthers are always going to be the ones that have to overpay. If you want premier talent to come to Carolina, you're going to have to overpay until we build the culture to where it's a winning culture consistently and people want to come here. You're going to have to overpay. That's just the name of the game of being a Carolina Panther and a Carolina Panther fan. That's just what it is. That's why when I saw the 120 mil, like, damn, but it's not. It is what it is. That's just the name of the game. It is what it is, bro. And I'm not mad at it. I think he's gonna ball. Edge rusher is a premium position, and he was one of the top guys available. So you got to pay up. Scared money don't make money. So if I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it on a per year basis, right? So 120. So you got 30 million per year. I would have probably liked to been in the 20s, somewhere in the 20s per year, but that really doesn't matter either. It really the contracts and the guarantees in the contract is what really matter. That's why we need to see how the contract is structured. Once I see how the contract is structured, I have a better opinion. And I'm like, it might not be as bad, based off the structure of it. So we'll see. We'll see. Shout out to Cody. Cody says a live mock draft. I don't know if I have time to do one. Matter of fact, I'm about to get off here in a second. But I will try to get y'all a mock draft later today. Actually, this is kind of the time I do the mock drafts, but I gotta make sure some things are good with the crib before I run the mock drafts. I was actually gonna get out of here in a few minutes. So um matter of fact, with that said, I am going to get out of here. With that said, unless anything else happens in the next 5-10 minutes, I'm gonna get up out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button. We're gonna get Dave's opinion. Mike Evans to the 49ers. That is crazy. That is, see, let something happen. Now something happened. Mike Evans to the 49ers. That is a big pickup. Big pickup. That's a good look for them. I think Debo's a free agent. Is Debo's gone, right? So yeah, that not Debo, excuse me. Um, somebody else just left the 49ers. They needed a receiver. That's big time. That's big time. That's big time. Jennings. Yeah, Jennings. Big time. Big time signing for the 49ers. They need that. Got to compete in that division. Division's tough. Defending Super Bowl champs in there. It's tough division. Tough division. Yeah, the rumor is Lloyd is heavily linked to the Panthers right now. Hey, listen, I don't want y'all to get in love with Lloyd to the Panthers because listen, we saw what happened with Milton last year when he was heavily linked to the Panthers, and then the switch up happened and Fan went to the Patriots. So y'all, everybody relax. You know what I mean? Just chill out. Just chill out. Jamel Dean to the Steelers. Yeah. Yeah, but I think they got Ibuka though. The Bucks got Ibuka, so they can. He's very talented, and so they could afford. Their wide receiving core is solid. They got Godwin. They can afford to let him walk. Yeah, Mike Evans to the 49ers is crazy. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was gonna be a forever Buck, but it is what it is. That is crazy. Uh, 3 year, greater than 25 mil per. Bro, does Mike Evans still got 3 years in him? Sheesh. That boy gonna play forever. Oh, that's rich, but they had to do it. 49ers had to do it, man. They got a tough division that they're in. They had to do it. Folks are saying, "Oh, see, I'm not going down this road with. We'll see, we'll see. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Oh yeah, that's tough for their defense. Dean got yeah, that's tough. That's a tough loss. That's a tough loss. Sorry, I had to reply to this message real quick. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Mr. Super Chat. Let me go get the super chat. Um, Samurai Samurai Buns is crazy. Good afternoon, everyone. What a great start to free agency. How do we feel about K Mays going to the Lions though? Replacement in free agency or via the draft, or replacement could be on the roster. I think that I think they're definitely potentially going to draft some. Definitely potentially is crazy, but I think they're going to draft somebody. But I also think you got Samak, who's was on the roster, could play center. The word on the street, Christensen could come back. He could play center. But I think we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay losing Cade. But shout out to Cade Mays, man. He ain't out fully until I see him in a jersey. So congratulations to Cade Mays. How do we feel about Evero scheme with edge boost? He got to have it. You got to have a pass rush, bro. The better our pass rush is, we got good cornerbacks, right? We Mike Jack and JC are very good corners. If you can get some pressure, they've been having to cover forever. You just heard me say a couple minutes ago that we had 80 something pressures last year. Like that's mid. That's probably last in the league. I'll go out on a limb and say it's last in the league. All right. And so we're not pressuring the quarterback, which makes them have to cover longer, which exposes them and exposes our safety play. Right. So now that we have a pass rush, that's going to make everything better. The back end, they'll be able to be more aggressive, maybe get some more turnovers, because now the quarterback has to make quicker decisions, put the ball in harm's way. And hopefully we get a better safety too. We gotta get a better safety. So I think if we improve safety play and pass rush, I think the cornerback and the linebacker play will improve. We get a better line. This defense, bro. I'm still going to say it. I'm still good. This defense is gonna be top 10 next year. I'm still going to say it. I said it. The defense is gonna be top 10 next year. I already know what they're gonna do. They're gonna get a good linebacker. Everything's gonna improve, bro. This defense is going to be a top 10 defense next year. I'm gonna go and say it. It's going to be a top 10 defense. It just is what it is. And I didn't even talk about that. I didn't even talk about, shout out to J Dub. I didn't even talk about that connection. Right? Fangio, Eagles. He knows the scheme. He knows what to do. Great call out by J Dub. This is a very, very underrated observation. He knows the scheme, bro. He knows the scheme. He's gonna excel, bro. I'm telling y'all, top 10 defense incoming, bro. Top 10 defense. Top 10 defense incoming. Doug, what's up, man? What's good, bro? Do I think we will be the favorites to win a division this upcoming season? I doubt it. We're never the favorites to win anything. Just being honest. I think that, well, I take that back. I think we will be. You got teams dealing with some coaching changes, some teams losing talent. I think we will be. I take it back. And yes, this comes with that too, right? The better our defense is, that's when guys get plucked. That's what's gonna happen. Doug says, "I waiting for one more movie." Yeah, we know we still need a linebacker, but I baked that in already. I already assumed, and I know we're gonna get an additional linebacker. So I already know that's gonna happen. That's why I'm calling top 10. That's gonna happen, bro. I'm not sure it's gonna be Devin Lloyd. Everybody, that's what the streets is saying, but I don't trust the streets. I'm an inside type guy. I don't trust the streets. Atlanta pushing hard for Tua. Deal expected within the next few hours, pending unforeseen holdups per time. Tua don't scare me, bro. Tua don't scare me, dog. They said currently project to finish last in this. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Devin Bush to the Browns, 3-year, 30. Woof, that is a. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. So linebacker down. That's probably what now that ball dropped, I think you're gonna start to see it. Yeah. Well, that's not bad though. That range is not bad, bro. Yeah, Shuck was nice. Shuck was nice. I give him his props. Shuck was nice, but I think teams are gonna adjust. Right, he's gonna have to deal with the sophomore. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a slump, but I think people are gonna adjust. I think and our defense is going to improve, right? So I think the, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So yeah, exactly. They were I think they were waiting for some balls to drop. It's crazy. They were waiting for some other things to occur. So yeah, Lloyd's gonna get a bag, bro. Lloyd's gonna get a bag. I know, man. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying not to, but yeah, I think we'll see what happens. I do need to use the bathroom. I ain't gonna lie. I do need to use the bathroom, but I'll wait. Yeah, pause. Yeah, y'all, I caught it. I caught myself. I caught myself. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think they were definitely waiting for that another linebacker to get signed, and now I think you'll start to see a bunch of linebackers get signed in a minute. My boy said, "Get a bottle, man. Chill out, man. What do you think me at? Come on, man. Relax. Take me at some sort of. Come on, man. Y'all gotta chill out, bro. Chill out. Chill out. All right, let me see what Twitter's talking about. What these Twitter streets talking about. Shout out to the U too. Another Miami guy on the roster. Shout out to G Reg. Mike Evans to the Bucks. Crazy. I meant to the 49ers. He's all over the feed. Nothing new has dropped. Let's see here. Nothing yet. Let me see what Twitter. Let me dig a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. See what we can find. Yeah, bunch of rumors. All I see is rumors. I think they're trying to run the number. They're trying to use us for some sort of bargaining deal. That's what happened last year with Milton, man. Milton used us as a bargaining chip to get a higher price, you know what I mean? And then flipped on us. I think that's what's happening right now, to be honest with you. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Now I think we're gonna draft a safety. I think we draft a safety. I told y'all this is not gonna be a very sexy draft at all. It's gonna be all these positions that don't get a lot of hype. Safety, tackle, guard, center, uh, maybe tight end. Like it's gonna be one of them type drafts. Not a pretty one at all. Very ugly draft. Not sexy. Not pretty but gritty. I like that. I like that. That's a good. That's gonna be the theme of the draft. I can already tell you that's what's gonna happen. Not pretty but gritty. I think Gino, bro. I think they're gonna try to get Gino. I think Gino will be the backup here in Carolina. That's just my thought, my gut. There's a connection there. I think Gino comes to Carolina. I think Shaheed is gonna cost too much. He's a very good. He has a very specific skill set when it comes to returning, deep threat, shifty guy. I like Shaheed. I just don't think that he fits with what the Carolina Panthers. I think they got to see more of what they have in Jimmy Horn before they go out there and sign another guy like Shaheed. I don't think we've seen enough of Jimmy Horn to discard him as not a viable option. Be safe on your flight, bro. Be safe on that flight. On a flight, man. We'll see you when you land. Yeah, hopefully we get some good news about Devin Lloyd. And yes, we're gonna overpay. So just go ahead and get it right. Go ahead and get it in your brain. We'll see. We'll see if we get Devin Lloyd, man. All right. I got it, man. I gotta get out of here. We'll see. If something happens, I will jump back on. Don't worry, but I gotta get out of here, take a quick break. And I will see y'all if another shoe drops today. But man, yeah, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, man. I'm gonna get up out of here for today. And yeah, I gotta do a mock draft Monday too. So yeah, I will holler at y'all, man. Again, love the signing. The Panther Nation on the poll earlier gave the signing a plus, or excuse me, A/B. So average it out a B plus. So good stuff, man. Oh no, Dave is here. Never mind. Hold on. I take it back. Dave is here. Everybody relax. I'm not going anywhere. Dave is here. So I can at least use the bathroom. Shout out to Dave. Dave is in the building. Hold on. Dave is here. Dave.
Look, I can't stay too long because I got to take my daughter to the train station. But yeah, man, I heard the news and I'm running around in my house. So that's why you're getting the angle that you're getting. But yeah, man, I heard the news. We got an edge rusher. Got somebody on
I'm
coming off
I'm
the edge
listening,
now.
Dave. You got it. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
let him go. Yeah, so I guess it's a 4-year deal, 120 mil, 80 million guaranteed. I don't know how long Shot has been on here. Oh, he's been here for over an hour. But yeah, man. So shout out to the Panthers for getting this deal done. I think it's big. Uh, I don't I don't believe we're finished. Um, so we shall see what we do next. Let me pull up the comments real fast for you guys. Yeah, man. Like I had to work. Unfortunately, like I got my daughter's had some appointments today, and I got to take her to the train station. So she came in town for the weekend, so I'm here. But yeah, man. But I'm happy for the signing. We needed this. Um, Look, man. I don't know. I'm looking at y'all comments, and y'all are hilarious. I just want y'all to know that y'all are hilarious. But nah, man. Shout out to Shot for doing this. He should have shot me a text. But then again, I was running around at that point because I logged off and I had to get some other stuff done. But yeah, man, I love the signing. I love it.
Yeah, that's
It's
my
a big
bad, Dave. I,
signing.
I figured I figured you was at work. That's my fault.
Nah, you good, bro. Like I was at work this morning, but I had my daughter's in town, so I'm taking her to the train station in about 15, 20 minutes, give and take. So I ain't gonna be able to stay here too long. But yeah, man, I'm happy about the signing.
Yeah, everybody. I keep trying to log off, and then everybody keeps pulling me back in, waiting for the linebacker news to drop. So Dave, I think the general question is, I have a couple questions for you in regards to the signing. Do you have any fear about the injuries? Because he has an Achilles and an ACL. What are your thoughts
Nope.
on the injuries?
I'm not worried about the injury side only because I know how bad our pass rush has been. We gotta do something. Like we had to do something. It makes me wonder if Devin Lloyd can still happen with the
I
deal
think he
that was
can.
signed.
I think he can.
I think it can too, but I'm wondering, like, it goes back to that discussion of the player got to want to come here too, right? So we'll see. I'm hearing, like, I heard there was some rumblings that it was between us and Cincinnati, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's what the streets are saying. Cincinnati and Carolina for Devin Lloyd. That's what the streets are saying. I don't know that to be
And
true,
for
but
his sake, if he was smart, he'll head right to Charlotte. Cincinnati's a dumpster fire, but I think we're going to have to bid it too, right? Like, I think the reason why we're able to take Phillips from Philadelphia is because we came in and stomped the buildings. We might have to do something similar with Devin Lloyd. But I do think we have the money. I think we have time. I think we just got to do some restructures here and there and make decisions. K Mays went to Detroit. I don't know how far you've gotten to what's been going
yeah,
on, but
we talked about everything. But we was giving you your props earlier because you called that on the last show. You said their guy had retired, and so K was probably going to end up being a Lion, and that's exactly what happened.
yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I think the moment when he didn't win that starting job for us initially at the beginning of the season, that was the writing on the wall, so to speak. Even though he ended up starting at the end, but that was like the first warning shot. It was going to be very difficult for us to keep him here unless we overpay. And he ended up getting like a little over $8 million a year, which is about which is
Bro,
about market value for him. He's probably worth more, truth be told. But
it's funny. I'm looking at this dude on X. He is a Dolphins fan, and he's got all these jerseys. He's got a Tua jersey, a white Tua jersey, Fitzpatrick jersey, Tariq Hill jersey, Chubb jersey,
they all
Ramsey
gone.
jersey, Odell Beckham, and another Tua jersey, and they all gone. That's crazy.
This
That
is
is
why I don't.
crazy.
This is why I don't buy as many jerseys.
Yeah,
I used to buy so many jerseys, then they'd be
yeah,
gone by the time I even have a chance to wear the jersey.
yeah.
Like, I
This is
got
not what I
Brian
was
Burns
doing.
jersey sitting right now. I don't even get to wear it like that. I don't buy
Yep.
too many jerseys nowadays, man. For that
Yeah, I don't
reason,
either. I don't either. I have a Bryce. I have a T
I got
Mac,
Bryce. I
and
got to get me
that's
a Coca jersey. I'll
yeah. I
probably
have a
get a T
Coca,
Mac
but it's
jersey at some
signed.
point. But
I'm not putting that one. That one's signed. So it's tough because every jersey I get, I can get it signed, and then I don't wear them. So
yeah, I got a couple
I
loot
try to
jerseys
stick
that's
to the
sitting in that type
OGs.
of spot.
Yeah. I try to stick to the OGs, so I don't have to worry about folks leaving.
That's the smart move. But nah, man. So I'm happy with the signing. I'm hoping that we're not done. So let's hope for that.
Yeah,
But this is a great first step.
it is. It's a fantastic first step. I see some skepticism out there. There's a couple of people questioning, did we overpay? Which is yes, we did.
We did.
Um,
I don't care. I just I, I just remember these probably the same people that didn't want to pay Burns 30 million. I mean, this is going rate for this position, bro. Like, that's just the reality of it. We're gonna have to pay, and we got to convince folks to come. It was obvious that he wanted the money because he could have stayed in Philadelphia. Billy tried to keep him.
yeah.
So
Jaelen Phillips already updated his Instagram and all that stuff with Carolina Panthers, so he's locked in, bro.
yeah, it ain't like last year when my man from the Patriots this is supposed to sign with us and he ended up going
Well,
to the
that's
Patriots.
what I'm trying to protect myself from a Lloyd standpoint. I'm hoping that's what I keep saying on the show, Dave's. I hope that Devin Lloyd isn't using the Panthers for some sort of bargaining chip to increase his value and then leave us. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that's not the case.
Well, we'll see. I mean, if it's between us and Cincinnati, I mean, I think we got a more compelling argument from my
Yeah,
perspective.
we do.
Um,
Or I mean, there's a lot of change occurring in that division too, so it might be good opportunity for them. I don't know.
I'm shocked that Zach Taylor didn't get fired with the rest of them, but that's just me. That's just me. Keeping it being. So did y'all talk about the Falcons and about to have Tua?
Yeah, we briefly talked about that, but that's weird.
I like the signing.
You think
I
it's
think it's a
great?
tremendous signing for the
Is it
Atlanta
official?
Falcons. It's not official, but the reports are that that's what they're eyeing. Malik Willis is going to Miami. So,
Yeah.
Tua's done. $99 million salary cap hit for Tua
That's
for the
crazy.
Dolphins. $99 million.
99 is crazy.
That is insane. Blew by the record. But yeah, man. But we'll probably get some more action between now and tomorrow. The Tampa period is like two. It's not until Wednesday.
Yeah, it's still
Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday is when everything is official.
Yeah, so I'm happy that we were able to execute first day. So let's just see what happens.
That's what I told Panther Nation. I'm like, look, bro, we typically take the first couple of days off. Like we usually don't do nothing the first day. So just be grateful we got something to talk about, and I'm sure that that it's we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited.
Good. All right. Well, we got to do a whole show tomorrow. We might be back here later tonight.
Yeah.
Depending on what things happen. I got to get ready to drop my daughter off. So I saw you was on. I'm gonna hop in. I said, let me hop in real fast and give you my quick thoughts.
Yeah, I'm gonna close out too. This time closing out for real. So hopefully nothing. I'm gonna play the intro, and if nothing happens between now and the intro, I will holler at y'all later or tomorrow. Okay. So I'll holler at y'all. We out of here. Good signing, but we up out of here. And
peace. Shout out to PNP. It's Rashad and Dave. Keep the vibes up. Ain't nothing serious, we just having fun. We the best podcast. PNP. No need to pause. Keep pounding. This for years, Superman like Cam. Ice up, sun like spinach at the scoreboard. 0 to 50. No other teams can compete. I know you feel me. Keep pounding. It's Carolina. Go Panthers. Carolina. Go Panthers. Carolina. Go Panthers. You know we gotta. You know we gotta. Cause it's Carolina, go Panthers.